If I could just find this damn thing, I could go home.
Life is a mystery. Just accept it.
In your own world, Cossetti.
Questions look nice. Not finding it. Look, I read about it in this book.
We are proud to be here live for the boys' Super Season Ticker Tape Parade, and it is about to start.
It's incredible. The crowd has been swelling for about the last, I guess, 2 hours or so. Behind us, we're at the corner of Commerce and Market Streets downtown. That's about 50 yards or so from the white courthouse, and you can see in your picture right now the old red brick courthouse in downtown Dallas. The crowd is standing about 8 or 10 deep on both sides of the street here, and they are pumped up. There is blue everywhere, a sea of blue hats and shirts, and Dallas Cowboys is written on everything.
I'll tell you what, the enthusiasm is everywhere, and the street behind us may be empty right now, but in a little bit it's going to be filled with marching bands from both the Color Marine Corps, high school bands, and of course, tons, 15 tons of confetti are going to fall.
A huge cheer for the Dallas Streets and Sanitation Department a minute ago. One of the large dump trucks that will be hauling it away went up the street. The crowd was in a frenzy over that already because that represented the first unit of the parade as far as they were concerned. Craig James is now at the head of this parade, where we'll be forming down near Reunion Arena. Let's go down to Craig and find out what's happening there. Craig.
John, this thing has officially started. It's kicked off. Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson, their car went by just a few moments ago. As you can see right now, Butch Davis and the rest of the Cowboy players are starting to make their way into the parade. It is pretty much chaos down here. Fans are cranked up. They love the Cowboys. This is one of those days that for both Cowboy players, coaches, and fans, it's a true tribute. Let's go over to Jocelyn White now to see what's going on her side of downtown.
I am at the corner of Commerce and Ackerd, and it is wild here. You think the crowds are growing down where y'all are. They're probably 20 deep here. People gather from all over Fort Worth and Dallas. The confetti already beginning to be thrown. That's one reason why I wore my hat. I thought it would make a great confetti catcher. John and Julia, I'm going to go back to you while we wait and talk to some of the crowd here. Good time.
Jocelyn, you're probably going to be waist deep in that stuff before this day is over. There's going to be a ton of confetti thrown. Actually, more than a ton of confetti.
15 tons of confetti. 50. And, of course, all with good reason. This is the first time that we've been able to welcome home our Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, I think fans, really, there's a lot of pent-up energy and excitement about this team. If you think about the fact they had to play the last playoff game out of town in San Francisco, the team came home, and there was a bit of a welcome for them at DFW Airport.
And
there's Craig James along with the first marching unit in the parade. They have kicked off now from Reunion Arena, and they are headed this way.
People perched on their little street poles here and the telephone poles. Look at the crowd. They are 15 and 10 deep in some places, John.
They're having a great time. It's amazing how many minicams there are out here, too. I see 1, 2, 3 right here in front of us. Everybody is taking a little piece of this home from a memorabilia standpoint as well.
I'm loving their different vantage points, too. They are climbed up literally in windows all across here, the office buildings and in the parking buildings.
This parade will eventually wind its way through downtown Dallas and to City Hall Plaza, where there is a big ceremony planned for the stage, and that's a map of the parade route. They'll first go east on Commerce Street, and then southbound on Harwood a short distance, back west on Young Street down to City Hall Plaza, and that's where Dale and Clarice are standing by. Dale and Clarice, it looks like an exciting day from here.
Oh, hey,
boy.
Guys.
Oh, boy.
We are rocking here at City Hall Plaza. People have got blue and silver paint on their faces. Cowboy colors everywhere you look. It's incredible, Dale.
You know, I was kind of wondering, it's been more than a week since the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, and you had to think, well, did some of the excitement die in that week? No, it didn't. You cannot believe. They're expecting 50,000 fans out here at City Hall Plaza. They've had a band playing since about 10:30 this morning. Clarice, I've never seen City Hall Plaza look like this. It has been rocking. I mean, absolutely rocking with Cowboy enthusiasm.
There is a fabulous feeling of pride and love, and just everything is just great feelings here. You're going to see us later, because right now the stage is getting set. The Cowboys are going to be over here, but right now let's go back to John and Julia along the parade route.
Oh, thank you. And guess what's about to happen here, Clarice? We can hear them coming, the Marine Aircraft Group 41 from the Dallas Naval Air Station.
And the crowd, when the first strains of music and the drum beat began, the crowd began to pick up its pitch a bit as the Marine Color Guard began coming up the street. The first thing, of course, we see is the Dallas Police Department motorcycles clearing the way for this parade.
You know, they estimated the crowd would be about 250,000. I don't know much about numbers, but I know it's way more.
I have a feeling it's going to be much bigger than that. Dallas school systems and all of the surrounding area school systems tried their best to keep students in school. But as far as I can see from here, it was an utter failure. This is nothing but kids and young people pumped up for a parade.
And everywhere you see blue and silver and gray and white, and everybody's got their Cowboy colors, their Cowboy pennants, their hats, their streamers. And there you're looking now, coming down.
And there is the first sign of the Dallas Cowboy football team with Mayor Steve Bartlett and Mayor Roy Brown.
The crowd literally could not get enough of it, cheering and screaming and, of course, waiting for the players.
The mayor of the city of Dallas and, of course, the mayor of Irving, and they are the lead unit in the parade, and they're happy.
Of course, the governor missed out on this parade today.
Yeah, the governor, Ann Richards, announced last night that she would have to stay in Austin because of important legislation, which is pending today. She's sending a representative, but she is going to miss a great parade.
And now the Carter High School band, consisting of majorettes, flag corps, the drill team, and cheerleaders, totaling 125 members.
Let's take a look at them for just a moment and listen.
Given this crowd, Carter was the first place winner in the Grambling State University Battle of the High School Bands. And they, of course, performed at the pregame show at the Grambling versus North Carolina A&T football game at the Cotton Bowl in 1991.
These kids are great. This is one of the school groups which has a legal reason to be here today, an excuse. They are part of the parade, and they are proud.
And the trophy is going by. The Super Bowl trophy that our champions brought home. Vince Lombardi, Super Bowl 27.
Dallas Cowboys went for that for an unprecedented 6th time this year, and they came home with it earlier than Coach Jimmy Johnson and owner Jerry Jones had thought they might.
And here comes the owner, Jerry Jones, right now, and his wife, Jean.
Jerry and Gene Jones, the proud owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
And
he's
what
a happy man.
Oh, he sure is, and what a difference he's made for this team in just 4 short years. February of '89, of course, he took it over.
Their
with
plan is far ahead of their schedule. They'd anticipated winning the Super Bowl, but I don't think this early.
And he and Jimmy Johnson, who is coming behind us right now, have made such a difference. When he was named head coach in February of '89, and since then we've had so much activity, 46 trades, drafted 54 players, and we've acquired 29 others via Plan B free agency. And it's really brought this team to Super Bowl championship.
He's a winner in college and a winner who came here to make this thing a winner. And he and the owner were responsible for a huge number of trades and Plan B free agents and draft choices, which turned this team around in a hurry.
Sure has. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders just went by too, John.
And the man responsible for coining the phrase, "How about them Cowboys?"
And
everybody has been using that ever since then. North Turner, the offensive coordinator, and receiving coach Hubbard Alexander, the first coaches to be honored today by this crowd. They put a bunch of the coaches up front in order to get some appreciation for them because they had a lot to do with the win of this team this year.
They sure do. And, of course, one person who's very much missed today is Dave Wanstad, who's left Du Bois to go to De Bears.
Yes, I understand he will not be here today, but you know he's probably watching this somewhere.
Oh, of course he is.
He's undoubtedly watching it.
I think he'll wear silver and blue for a long time.
Butch Davis.
I think the Dallas police officers are having just as good a time as the crowd is, John.
Here is the one Dallas Cowboy player who hurt the most, I think, this year. Bill Bates. Bill and Denise Bates. Bill had to sit the bench and watch this team become Super Bowl champions. He was out all season with a very serious injury, but he was very much with them in person and in spirit every game.
Right, and providing us with some very important analysis of the game.
Hoping to come back next year.
The cheerleaders are going by. They're going to be performing for us later, of course, at City Hall.
Woodrow Wilson Wildcats, their marching band and drum corps. Woodrow Wilson, of course, one of the long-time championship bands from East Dallas.
80 members of their individuals are playing today, John. Their colors, of course, are red and gray. This is their first parade this year. They consistently bring home top ratings in contests. They are placed first in their division, as you said.
Very proud unit, very proud high school. And more Dallas County cheerleaders. These young women will be performing up at City Hall Plaza when the ceremonies there begin. They'll be having a great time for the crowd. And now the players. And this crowd is beginning to go crazy as the players begin to whip them up.
You can feel
Larry
the
Brown
in the air.
and Thomas Everett, Isaac Holt, and Alvin Harper.
Harper, of course, is sitting on the back on the trunk of the car, waving kisses at the crowd. Confetti is already being tossed upon him.
Here on the near side is Crazy Ray, and on the far side is the guy who ran the touchdown in, playing on the defense, Ken Norton Jr.
Crazy Ray is enjoying all this, and Ken Norton, as you said, who played a key part in our win.
Norton also is the fellow, of course, who prevented that touchdown at the goal light stand, and also, unfortunately, the man who put the
and Troy Aikman in the far car. Red convertible, number 8.
Troy Aikman, the man that all of the cheers have been reserved for most of this parade on the far side.
And Lynn Elliott is approaching.
Mike Saxon, the kicker.
And now you're looking high above all the activity from Sky 4, just to give you an idea of the immense crowd.
Frank Cornish, Jim Jeffcoat on the far side.
Frank Cornish is coming by.
Mark Stepnoski without his jersey on and his purple shirt. And Emmett Smith.
Emmett Smith has just passed before us, and you could barely hear for the crowd's roar.
They're having a great time. Tony Tolbert sitting with his back to us now. Mickey Pruitt. There is Nate Newton.
Nate Newton, the man of the hour.
The locker room poet. And receiver Michael Irvin. The man who caught both Super Bowl and Pro Bowl touchdowns.
And who told Jerry Jones he wanted a ring with a diamond so big he could turn his Mercedes headlights out and still
see the road ahead. That's right. Well, I have a feeling he's going to get one.
I tell you what, these fans sure believe he deserves it.
I think they do. I think they think this whole team deserves it.
Some of the players seem almost relaxed and calm as they're enjoying all
Jay
this.
Novacek is coming up now and wearing his trademark black cowboy hat.
He's wearing more than one jersey. Take a look.
That's Eric Williams on the far side. Eric?
Yeah.
All right, and now the parade is beginning to reach Jocelyn White's area, and the ticker tape is beginning to rain down.
Jocelyn, are you covered yet?
Steve Berline is coming up after that.
There it is, the confetti beginning to pour, of course, between Irvay and Field Street. 15 tons. What is that? I've seen some incredible numbers on that.
They're going to have to throw that stuff up at the rate of 1,000 pounds a minute just to get it all into the street while this parade is going by.
150 volunteers had to say that, yes, they would be willing to toss out.
The parade has slowed for a moment or so here at our location as the ticker tape begins to fall upstream from us.
All right, let's go to Jocelyn White in the middle of it all up at Irvay and Field. Hi, Joss.
Hi, boy, is it unbelievable here, and the confetti has yet to fall full flower. You know something? We don't think about the fact that we don't have buildings meant for confetti the way that they used to in the days when the astronauts and the politicians would go down the big city streets and have confetti thrown on them. And I think we're doing pretty well for these few buildings along Commerce Street where you can still open some windows and have confetti thrown. It's going to be a snow out here on Commerce and Ackerd any moment now. Yeah, John and Julia.
Yeah, back here at our position, Tony Casillas and Russell, Maryland are just passing us, along with more Dallas police, mounted police officers as a part of their honor guard.
All right, we're going to take a brief respite here. We'll be back in just a moment with more continued live coverage of the boys' Super Season Parade. Stay with us.
The final unit was the 80 members of the McCullough Middle School Raiders band. They marched back by us just a moment ago, and the Dallas Police unit followed, and then the real parade began. These are Dallas Cowboy football fans. A moment on TV and a moment in the sun here for a beautiful parade.
Oh, they're loving it. Let's go live now to Jocelyn White, who's standing by in the middle of that ticker tape parade. Joss?
I'm right here at Commerce and Ackerd. This is an unbelievable feeling. Jubilation. They've wondered what could bring the city of Dallas and Fort Worth together. I think this has done it. The crowd's going crazy, and this is where all of the confetti is dropping. I'm going to step back out of the way and let y'all see what's going on behind me here. Very slow moving crowd, I must say. The crowd, oh, it's Jerry Jones. Everyone's going nuts. You can see him there in the very middle of the crowd. The guy who absolutely is responsible, I suppose, for bringing Dallas-Fort Worth together on this day at least. And he'll be followed by Jimmy Johnson and, of course, all of the Cowboys. John and Julia.
All right, Joss, thank you. Well, the crowd here is still moving slowly. We know why Jerry Johnson is making his way very slowly through the crowd.
Interestingly enough, there is some ticker tape here. I noticed a large amount of paper has been thrown into the parade route, so they have a little extra cleanup to go. You can see the crowd behind us. These people have come for a full day's activities and festivities, and even some street vendors have been down here among us today selling their wares. A lot of blue Cowboys and a lot of white Cowboys jerseys, a lot of boys, and the boys are back.
And look at the streets just filled literally with hundreds of thousands of people who are thrilled with what the team has been able to accomplish. I've been thinking today, I'm wondering what's going through Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson's mind in just the 4 years that they've been able to bring the team to be able to bring this home to Dallas-Fort Worth.
Probably a bit of surprise because they didn't expect it quite this quickly. But at the same time, there is, I'm sure, in the back of their minds, as is in the back of everybody's mind, how do they do it again next year? How do you repeat, and how do you keep this dynasty that people are already talking about going? Because clearly the crowd loves this team and will expect more of the same next time around. And that's a tough act to follow when you bring a team along and you win it like this.
But these fans are already talking about the dynasty, John.
Well, they've been there 6 times. There's no reason to think that they can't go back a 7th time next year or the year after that as well.
Sure.
The beginning of this team is a very young team.
And there's a shot again from Sky 4 as the parade slowly makes it through the throngs of people who are thrilled with their Super Bowl 27 champions.
We're also taking pictures for you today out of the Budweiser blimp, and you will be seeing occasional shots from that as well along this parade route and, of course, during the ceremonies at City Hall Plaza. After this parade gets to City Hall, a formal program of sorts is planned. There is music, of course, going on there right now. A crowd is gathered, a huge crowd, as you watch the ticker tape beginning to rain down on this team as it parades past Jocelyn White's location. When they get to City Hall Plaza, a number of players will be introduced, along with the owner, Jerry Jones, and Coach Jimmy Johnson. All will have an opportunity to make some brief remarks, and the crowd will have the opportunity to acknowledge them. And we'll be carrying all of that live for you as well.
As a matter of fact, let's check in now live with Clarice and Dale, who are standing by. Hi, Clarice and Dale.
Hey, guys, we've got a long-distance conversation going here. We've got a crowd of about 50,000 people. They are waiting so patiently because they know their heroes are on the way here to talk to them.
Everyone dressed in Cowboys hats and shirts and sweaters. Cowboy fever, you can really feel it here. The stage is set behind us. This is where some of the Cowboys star players will be talking at the end of the parade route. Also, owner Jerry Jones. Governor Ann Richards was supposed to be here. She will not be, but we'll have the Secretary of State. And, of course, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders will be performing, so we expect quite a show here. And there is quite a crowd gathering, as you said, about 50,000 people just here in City Hall Plaza alone.
We're going to hear from the playmaker, Emmitt Smith. Football frenzy on the plaza. It's going to be incredible. A really, really good feeling here. And the Cowboys deserve it, and so do their fans. You know, when I was in California for the Super Bowl, over and over again, the whole team said, we love the fans. Well, this is part of their celebration.
Yeah, you bet. I think it wouldn't surprise me at all to find out that the crowds today for this parade and celebration are actually larger than what expected.
And Dale, right now we're looking at a live shot of Sky 4 at City Hall Plaza. You can see the blue awning where the players and coaches will be.
They were expecting perhaps even 250,000 people along the parade route and here at City Hall Plaza. And I would think that we're going to be very close to that today.
And there you can see our booth with the 4 on the side. Now we're looking at Coach Jimmy Johnson. How about them Cowboys, Coach?
It's absolutely a gorgeous day for the parade. There was some talk whether to hold it on Tuesday at noon or maybe wait until Saturday. I think in this case we're going to be fortunate that we didn't wait until Saturday because some inclement weather moving our way, and also some of the Cowboys star players would not have been able to attend on Saturday, including Troy Aikman, who will be taking off for a benefit tonight in Nashville soon after the parade.
And of course there were some hard feelings about, you know, having it during the week, and then kids wouldn't be able to come because school wouldn't let them out. People wouldn't be able to leave work, but all those hard feelings are forgotten. They've melted away in football frenzy. Channel 4's live coverage of the boys' super season continues right after this.
parade continues with a live look at the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and boy, do they now know how to get the fans fired up. You can see the confetti raining down on Commerce Street. Most of the confetti, 15 tons of it, falling between
Take a look at that
field.
shot. That's incredible. Look at that view from Sky Fort. Dale, they were saying an estimated 250,000 people. I believe it. It's got to be even maybe more than that.
Yeah, we thought we had a huge crowd down here for the Desert Storm Parade in July of 1991, but they were expecting that this Cowboys Super Bowl celebration would attract a crowd that would either be from a third to half again as large as what came to downtown Dallas for the Desert Storm Parade. And that, of course, was at the time the biggest parade ever in Dallas. And it looks like we're going to outdo it today.
And look at some fans. They're not supposed to be in the street. They're very gently being nudged back in place. It's a great temptation for people to want to rush out and get autographs today because their heroes are so close to them. But, of course, that's just not possible because if one person gets an autograph, everybody's going to want it, and the parade's going to come to a grinding halt.
Yeah, I think what you really need to do is just appreciate the moment. Everyone would like to have an autograph from their favorite Cowboys player, but really this is an opportunity to see them close up. Most of us watch the games at home on television or at Texas Stadium. When you go and see a game, you're sitting quite a ways back. Well, here's a chance to see them and wave to them from just a few feet away, and it's really quite nice, and I think we just need to enjoy that moment.
And tons of cameras. How would you like to have the film developing concession here? Oh, look at that. That is just incredible. A football frenzy takes over downtown Dallas. Everybody celebrating that magnificent 52-17 victory in the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 27.
You know, Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones, they knew that there would someday be a Super Bowl parade very soon in downtown Dallas, but I think this surprised even them that, well, it of course was the fastest turnaround in the history of the NFL from the season in 1989, winning only one game, and then building from there. It was absolutely a phenomenal turnaround. And the fans are just absolutely loving it, and of course so are we.
What a difference a Super Bowl victory makes. We've even got some confetti here at City Hall Plaza. Again, we're expecting our players to come anytime soon here to the plaza, and somewhere in this wonderful mass of humanity is our Richard Ray. Rich, take it away.
Hi, Clarice. Actually, I'm at the foot of the stage where the players will be coming up. Let us show you what they're going to see when they arrive here, the players and the coaches. This is City Hall Plaza. Photographer Todd Eastman got here at 7:30. He said already there were several hundred people, several thousand now. I just talked to Rich Dalrymple with the Cowboys. He said about 40 of the 47 Cowboys did show up. He was surprised at the number. Charles Haley's a no-show. He's in San Francisco. Mark Stepnowski was supposed to be a no-show, although I thought somebody said he did make it. A couple other guys
goers as they have seen their heroes go by, and now we understand they're trying to come over to us at Dallas City Hall Plaza. That's all well and good, but it's creating a major traffic jam because everybody's in the streets trying to get over here. We hope no one gets into any difficulty doing that. We can understand why people want to get over here because they're going to have the whole program going on behind us.
That traffic jam, that sea of people has actually stopped the parade, we understand. It started, it was going fine, moving along right on time, but now we understand that fans are crowding into the streets along Commerce, trying to get close to the players, and they've actually at some points stopped the parade. And we're not able to see right now how Dallas police are handling this. We do know that they have extra officers down here. Normally on a given afternoon there would be about 30 or so in the downtown area.
There's the coach again.
150 more police officers, close to 200 altogether, but when you're talking about perhaps 200,000 fans or more.
Look at Coach Johnson. It's snowing and raining confetti, and he's loving every single second of it. He and this team have worked very hard, and this is their moment, and this is their day, and of course, they are very delighted to be able to share it with their fans who helped make it possible to give them the juice to get here.
Jimmy Johnson, big smile on his face, waving through the crowd. It is absolutely terrific, and look at that sea of people. Clarice, again, it would not surprise me if it turns out that there are more than expected. 250,000, maybe even more. Boys Super Season parade coverage right here on Channel 4, and we're looking at a couple of Dallas Cowboys players right now in a sea of fans in downtown Dallas, and I think what we're looking at happening here this afternoon is the biggest parade that Dallas-Fort Worth has ever seen, and it is spectacular. Behind Clarice and I at Dallas City Hall Plaza, you can hear a band getting cranked up, playing some of our favorite songs like The Boys Are Back in Town.
And right now they're saying too legit to quit, and that's what the Dallas Cowboys are.
We've had had great music out here, getting the crowd fired up since about 10:30 this morning. They said, come out early and expect a crowd. Well, let me tell you, the fans came early, and we got a crowd. We had a band earlier, T. Gordon, playing I Feel Good, and I tell you, the fans feel great out here.
Look at Alvin Harbor. He's telling everybody how good he feels.
It looks like those fans have really crowded into the street. We know that the Dallas police officers were going to try and do their best to keep fans away from the players, try and keep everyone on the sidewalks and on the curbs. But, hey, Cowboys fans, they love their Cowboys. And the Cowboys are loving it, you can tell.
I tell you, this is just too incredible. Super Bowl 27 goes down in the history books as being the second highest scoring Super Bowl in history. So many great moments from that game. A terrific season. Dallas Cowboys 13-3. Jimmy Johnson staying focused. And that was a word we heard an awful lot of in California at the Super Bowl. Focus, focus, focus. Well, now it's time to kick back and relax and enjoy that Super Bowl victory.
Look at that sea of people from Sky 4. Now we're coming back down. It is a madhouse in downtown, and you can see again the fans crowding into the street, trying to get as close as they can to their players. You know, there's a lot of talk about, is this the beginning of a Dallas dynasty? Well, I think dynasties are something that maybe you look back on and feel good about if it happens. I think right now we've performed the fastest turnaround. The Cowboys have performed the fastest turnaround in the NFL. I think we just need to enjoy today this Super Bowl victory and not think too much about a dynasty. If it happens, great, but let's just enjoy today.
And Dale, look at that. That street is completely blocked off. And right in the middle of it, Ken Norton Jr. giving everybody a high five. Remember that fabulous Super Bowl scoop he made to score? Yeah, talk about it, Kenny.
My guess here, Clarice, is that police maybe have just given up on the idea of trying to keep fans away from the players. Well, they're trying to separate them a little bit there. I guess if Ken were to give a high five to every fan out there who wanted one, it would be a really long parade. We'd probably go on into next week.
And look at that officer on horseback. He's doing his best to do his job, but I tell you, football frenzy is taking over, and it's okay.
Dallas police, they do have extra officers on duty. They were talking about perhaps close to 200 down here, but again, when you've got a crowd of 200,000 or more, but you gotta love Ken. He doesn't mind it a bit. He'd high-five everybody he could get his hands on if he could.
Woo, look at that. I mean, it's amazing to have that many people that close together, and everybody's just loving it and getting along really just beautifully. And this is a moment to savor. This is something that kids will always remember and be able to talk about.
This parade was supposed to go on for about 40 minutes or so, my guess, and it's not hard to figure out that it's probably going to be going on for a little bit longer than that, maybe a lot longer than that. The end of the parade route, of course, is Dallas City Hall Plaza. Look at the players in their convertible squeezing through that sea of fans. It is absolutely an incredible sight.
I tell you, it just fills you with awe. It really does. Hey, there's Troy, Dallas Cowboys quarterback. Most valuable player of Super Bowl 27. Look at the people trying to take pictures, get autographs, just get close enough to touch them. Woo, yeah. Boy, this is too much fun. And there's a police officer again trying to run interference, trying to do some blocking for the quarterback. The officer's trying to do blocking. That's cute.
I really don't think they expected anything quite like this.
The pictures. And they're covered with confetti.
The players barely making their way through the sea of fans. The parade moving now at this point, like a lot slower than they had expected it to. They were hoping that the parade would be over with in about 40 minutes or so, but I don't think they expected that so many fans would show up, so many trying to get close to the players. The police had tried to keep some of them away, but as you can see, the fans like Emmett and earlier Ken Norton Jr. just absolutely loving the opportunity to high-five the fans. Let's go live now to Rich Ray, who's here at Dallas City Hall Plaza.
Oh, look, Emmett's holding up a little girl.
I've got
Look at that. Oh, what a treat.
Like this, Coach?
No, it's more than I expected, and it's great. great that the people feel this way. I think it's great for not only the Dallas Cowboys, but for everybody in this area. It's fantastic.
Enjoy your day, Coach.
This is a wide shot. Oh, now we see Cowboy coach Jimmy Johnson and Richard Ray.
What? Awesome. Let me see if he'll give us
fabulous.
30 seconds. Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, we did, Richard. We'll see you.
Sorry. Okay, as long as you're back here, let me give you another idea of what the players are going to come through the back way here and up to the stage. Actually, the coach appears to be the first one. They've made some special arrangements for handicapped people. Let's talk to somebody about that. Steve Mayhew works for the city of Dallas. Tell us about the arrangements you made so that folks who are handicapped get a chance to see this too.
Well, we were involved from the get-go with the planning committee. We have wheelchair seating accessible to the stage, also areas for the hearing impaired. We have sign language interpreter to work with Mr. Sham on introducing the players and the coaches.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It was fast and furious, but real exciting.
Thanks, Steve. And again, that's Steve Mayhew. He works for the city. They really put a lot of time in. Here come the players. In the background, I think you can see the Cowboy cheerleaders. Jerry Jones, Mayor Steve Bartlett. Let's see if we can listen in. Jerry, did you expect anything like this?
Well, who could have expected anything like this? But, man, this is the kind of team that this bunch deserves out here. Super Bowl champ.
Enjoy your day. And again, that appears to be the first wave. Brad Sham, who's the voice of the Cowboys, is going to actually conduct the ceremonies here, much as he did out at Texas Stadium for that big pep rally. It's shaping up like a really fun day. The weather's terrific. We're in the shade here. It's nice and it's cool. I'm going to throw it back to Dale and Clarice while we try to regroup, guys.
And Richard, if you come to us next time, see if you can grab an officer and try to get a crowd estimate, because they were saying 50,000 here on the plaza. It's got to be a lot more than that.
I would guess a lot more too, Clarice.
Heard him saying, who could expect anything like this? You know, it really started to build before the Phillies game. There was a pep rally at Bill Bates' Cowboy Ranch. They just decided to have it a few days before the Friday before the game. They were expecting maybe a few hundred, a couple of thousand people at the most. 20,000 people or more showed up for that. And then, of course,
the Texas Stadium for the pep rally that we broadcast on Channel 4. 70,000 people on a Thursday night. I mean, a work night and a school night, and everybody came out to cheer on the Cowboys.
What does that tell you about those Dallas Cowboys fans? Absolutely terrific. Every time there's been a celebration, a gathering, a pep rally for the Cowboys, the number of people that have turned out far exceeded expectations, and I think we did that here again today.
And that parade is moving, Dale, but it is moving ever so slowly because of the loving fans who want to reach out and talk to their Cowboys.
Let's go back right now to Rich Ray. Rich?
I'm going to try.
Richard Ray is standing by live with us at Dallas. Rich?
Hi, I'm back live behind the stage. We had Jimmy Johnson a minute ago. Let me try again. Coach, the first one didn't quite get on TV, I think, but let me ask you, did you expect this kind of enthusiasm, this kind of crowd?
Well, no, it surprised me. I knew that the people were enthusiastic, but this is overwhelming. And it's great that they have this positive feeling, not only about the Cowboys, just a positive feeling about everything right now.
How soon do you get back to work, or are you back to work already?
Yeah, we're readjusting our staff, plus I head to Indianapolis Thursday to start looking at college players.
I know Dave Wanstead couldn't make it, and a lot of folks wanted to see him here. I know you probably wanted to be here in spirit anyway. Have you chatted with him since the Super Bowl?
No, I visited with him a little bit after the Super Bowl, but he's got work to do up in Chicago, and I've got work to do here in Dallas now.
Sounds like you might play him next year, too.
Well, I think we got a preseason game. I don't think we're in the regular season.
Well, again, enjoy your day. Thanks for the visit, Coach. Again, Coach Johnson, Jerry Jones, the owner, has arrived along with Mayor Bartlett. We've got the cheerleaders behind, but still no players. We'll keep you posted, guys. As soon as they show up, we'll try to grab a couple.
Hey, Rich, we just had a great shot from Sky 4 of people standing and making out the word hi. That was incredible.
I don't think that was planned. That just kind of shows you how much fun the Dallas Cowboys fans are having out here this afternoon. We've not only got helicopters in the air, there was a plane flying over with a big banner behind it. Congratulations, Cowboys. We've got the Budweiser blimp up in the air, and on the ground, thousands of Cowboys Cowboys fans. We'll try and give you a look around Dallas City Hall Plaza here in just a minute, but we've got fans that are climbing up in trees to get a view of the stage. We've got fans sitting on top of sculptures, and we've got Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson, and the Cowboys headed in this direction to the City Hall Plaza.
And Dale, take a look at downtown Dallas. It's hard to imagine there were ever cars or buses or trucks on these streets. Let's rejoin Richard Ray live at Dallas City Hall Plaza. Rich, come in.
More special people have joined us, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. It's Wendy.
Yes, sir. It's Sandra.
What about this kind of excitement? Obviously, cheerleaders work the whole season too. Is this a culmination for you?
Oh, this is the best thing ever. This is the best thing ever. This is what every cheerleader dreams of. It was phenomenal. I've never been in anything like this before.
Well, your hair is filled with confetti anyway. What happens for the cheerleaders now? Have you got things coming up, more to do?
Yes, sir. We have shows coming up, and we have a spring tour for the U.S. military coming up, and tryouts, of course.
When are tryouts?
They're in April.
Are both of you going to try again?
Of course. Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Okay, again, some special visitors, and we're still waiting for the players. Some of the coaches have started to show up. But again, we'll keep you posted when the players show up. We'll be there.
And Richard, the band at City Hall Plaza playing hammers Too Legit to Quit, and that's what the Dallas Cowboys are, as well as their fans. Too Legit to Quit. We're going to continue.
Anything like this, Norm? It's incredible, you know. It's fabulous. The people coming out like this, it's just added a finishing touch to what's been a great year.
Have you ever been involved in a team that had this kind of emotion and fans surrounding it?
No, I can't say that I have. You know, this team just kept getting better all year, and the fans have been fabulous. I've been here 2 years, and I could really tell the difference a year ago, how it grew, and then they started off with that Monday night Washington game, and were a big part in that win, and they've just taken it another level.
How proud were you to see 6 of your guys on offense in the Pro Bowl this year?
Well, they're very deserving, and it's a tribute to them. Next year, we got to get 3 or 4 of our defensive guys there because they deserve to be there also.
Coach Johnson got you back to work already?
Well, we've started. We're starting to look at the draft, and we go to Indianapolis this weekend to start looking at college players.
What are you asking for?
Huh?
What are you asking for?
Oh, we just need to keep adding players. They do a great job with our scouting, and they'll do the right thing.
You're pretty loaded on offense. I guess maybe the defense will get a couple this year.
You never know.
Thanks. Enjoy your day, Norm.
Thank you.
Again, that's Norm Turner. The players have not yet arrived. We're told that they are at City Hall Plaza. I think, Dale and Clarice, that we do have the best seat in the house here.
We're taking a look at Dallas Cowboy Ken Norton Jr. Is he digging the confetti out of the car? Or maybe he's getting something to come on to City Hall Plaza. Everybody is getting revved up here, getting pumped up, getting geeked, as the Cowboys say.
What was that? Getting geeked? Ken Norton, he's going, oh man, well, he's even got confetti on his face. He's thinking, there's more confetti in this car than I can clean out myself. Probably going to have it professionally vacuumed, I think, but Ken, as you saw earlier, was having an absolutely wonderful time high-fiving as many fans as he could get his hands on.
And there's Tony Hill. Looks like he's taking some time out to sign some autographs, give some high fives, and pose for some pictures, and just meet the people who love him and the rest of the team. And there's Crazy Ray. Look, he's standing up in the car, waving. Blowing a kiss to everybody along the street.
Talked to him Monday night when he came back on Jerry Jones' charter from Pasadena. Crazy Ray had an absolutely fantastic time, and it was great to see him get out to the Super Bowl and help fans out there. Of course, thousands of Cowboys fans made that trip all the way out to Pasadena, and what a great time they had. A lot of them heading out and spending a good 4 or 5 days in Santa Monica before the game. Let's go back right now one more time.
Hey, there's Tony Casillas. Tony Casillas has got some shades on. Hey, Richard, take it away.
All right, Clarice, I'm back here. Bill Bates has arrived. He's signing autographs. Bill, tell me about your experience on the parade road.
Well, I want you to know that's one of the greatest experiences I've ever been involved with. I thought playing football was tough, and that was tough getting through all the crowds, but it was so great to see all the fans so excited about the season that we had. And I tell you, It's been a long time coming for me personally, 10 years, and then for the Dallas Cowboys fans that have been waiting even longer for a day like this. And what a great celebration. And all I know is the city of Dallas knows how to throw a party.
It must have hurt you not to be able to play in that game, though.
Well, sure, you know, I'd love to play in the game because I love football, but, you know, I've been through all the wars. I've been through the good season, the bad season, and I've been through the wars this year with this team, played a number of games, and, you know, been there all the time, and so I feel just as much a part of it as anybody else, and what a thrill to have finally won the World Championship.
What about next year? What do you think? You gonna play? You gonna come back?
Well, you know, as the Terminator would say, I'll be back. I will be back.
Okay, I understand, Bill, that we are seeing Troy Aikman and some of the other players.
Super Bowl victory.
That's true. You know, there was talk about, well, golly, if you have the parade on a Tuesday at noon, you started at noon, a lot of people are going to be at work. They're not going to be able to make it. Clarice, I'd venture to say that one or two people may have called in sick just to be here today.
This is a love fest. Let's take a listen to what's going on the stage.
There was a lot of controversy about when this thing should have been held. Will you all agree with me now it was at least worth doing? Now, we are running behind, and we have to get going because, seriously, honestly, Troy Aikman has a plane to catch, and he will leave. We have got to get this program underway. And the best way to do that, the best way to get the program going is to introduce the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Get ready, 'cause here I come. Get ready, 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 ready. Never met a man to make me feel the way that you do. You're all right. Whenever I ask what makes magic real, I tell 'em you do. You're out of sight. But twiddly-dee and twiddly-dum. Look out, baby, 'cause here I come. I'm bringing you a love truth, so get ready, get ready. I'm giving all my love to you, so get ready. Here I come. Get ready, 'cause here I come. Don't you know? Get ready, 'cause here I come. Watch out, boy. Don't you know? Get ready, 'cause here I come. Coming to you, boy. Get ready, 'cause here I come. On my way. Get ready, 'cause here I come. Get ready, 'cause here I come. Watch out. Get ready, 'cause here I come. Coming your way. Get ready, 'cause here I come. Ready for me, yeah. Get ready, 'cause here I come. On my way. Get ready, 'cause here I come. Get ready.
Dale, I don't think the crowd has to get ready. I think they are ready.
Well, they've certainly been out here for several hours now. Starting, well, I don't know exactly when they started to come, but when we got here at 10:30 or so this morning, there was quite a large crowd, certainly thousands already at about 10:30 this morning at Dallas City Hall Plaza. The best advice was come early, and the crowd certainly did.
Dallas Cowboys.
A big cheer.
You will hear
A big cheer from the crowd for those Cowboys.
Right now, I got to ask a favor of those of you who are here at City Hall Plaza in Dallas. There are people seriously being injured by being pushed up against the wooden barricade. So everybody, please take a step back. We don't need anybody getting hurt. This is a fun celebration. Everybody take a half a step back. Thank you very much.
It's really
now we have some special guests
that we've had that this crowd that has just really mobbed the stage, tried to get as close as they can, is maybe perhaps getting packed in here just a bit too tight. And Brad Sham asking people if they would just please take a step back. Barricades were set up to try and keep them away from VIP seating and away from the stage, but about 15 minutes ago, the fans just started moving right past those barricades. And when you've got thousands of fans that want to cross them, and just maybe a few police officers in the area of the barricades, it's really tough to stop the fans, keep them back.
And Dale, now we're going to hear from Dallas Mayor Steve Bartlett.
Governor Ann Richards and the Texas State Legislature. Let's hear it for the Secretary of State, John Hanna.
Mr. Mayor, Jerry, Coach Johnson, Dallas Cowboy fans, and Dallas Cowboys, I want to thank all of you on behalf of the rest of the state for making us all feel so good. I want to especially thank the Dallas Cowboys, and to mention to them, Emmitt Smith, the governor saw this game in the White House with the governor of New York. She said she may serve a long time as governor, but it was never a finer moment to sit in the White House and watch the Dallas Cowboys beat Buffalo. The Texas legislature passed this resolution that they would like for the Dallas Cowboys to hang in their clubhouse, honoring them for this fine victory. Coach Johnson, the legislature only meets every 2 years. Since we won't be in session this time next year, can we go ahead and start working one up? Thank y'all very much.
That was Texas Secretary of State John Hanna making remarks on behalf of Governor Ann Richards, who stayed in Austin to deal with matters involving the legislature. But in Austin, they've got to be hearing what's going on right now.
Coming up next to the podium, Irving Mayor Roy Brown.
The home of Texas Stadium.
I'd like to thank Mayor Bartlett and the city of Dallas for hosting a parade for our football team. I know he had a meeting today that was about economic development for the whole North Texas area. A number of mayors were invited so we could have this parade. But you know, the Cowboys' success